We're going to talk now about prepositions. Here's the thing about prepositions. I've told you this before, and if you haven't heard it before, I was a terrible student in school. I was a terrible student in English, and the reason is that nobody ever taught me about prepositions. Prepositions are like the super secret treasure in the English language, and if you can nail prepositions, I swear on my mother's, well, my mother's not dead, so I can't swear on her grave. Anyway, I promise you, you will do great in English. Here's the thing about prepositions. Prepositions show relationship in a sentence. You might think of them as like the Dr. Phil of a sentence. So they're the things that tell about why you're doing something, how you're doing something, how something makes you feel. Guys, if you have a girlfriend, let's use this as an example. Sunday morning, you wake up and your girlfriend says to you, honey, we have to talk. You know that no good is going to come of this conversation. You know that she's going to talk about your relationship, how you feel about each other. You know how you feel at that moment is, I'm not going to watch any football today. I know that's going to happen. Prepositions show relationship. The thing about prepositions that no one ever taught me is that there are 3 things you need to remember about prepositions. 1, prepositions are like girls in a nightclub. When one of us gets up to go to the bathroom, we all get up to go to the bathroom. We go together. And by the way, guys, we talk about you. We go to the bathroom together. That's what prepositions do. They always travel in groups. Those groups are called phrases, prepositional phrases. That's the first thing you need to remember about prepositions. The second thing you need to know about prepositions is that prepositional phrases always start with a preposition. They always start with a preposition and they always end with a noun or pronoun. For example, if I say to you, the book is on the desk, on is a preposition. Desk is a noun or pronoun. So on the desk is the prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase always starts with a preposition, it always ends with a noun or pronoun. The third most important thing you need to remember about prepositions is that a prepositional phrase will never, and I mean never, ever, ever, have a subject or a verb in it. That is the most important thing to remember. A prepositional phrase will never have a subject or a verb. What that means is that when you are going crazy pulling your hair out trying to find the subject and verb in a sentence, it is never going to be in that prepositional phrase. So even before you find the subject and the verb in a sentence, cross out the prepositional phrase because it doesn't mean anything. It's the garbage of the sentence. It's the thing that shows the relationship, the how, when, where, why. It doesn't matter. A prepositional phrase will never have a subject or a verb in it. So those are 3 things. First, a prepositional phrase always travels in groups, or actually a preposition always travels in groups. They are called prepositional phrases. Second, a prepositional phrase always starts with a preposition, always ends with a noun or pronoun. And third, a prepositional phrase never, ever has a subject or verb in it. So if you're smart, and I'm telling you, this took me probably 13 years to figure out, cross out the prepositional phrase because it doesn't have a subject or verb and it doesn't matter to you. Got it? Okay, so I've been telling you how important prepositions are in a sentence, but I want to show you right up close. So I'm going to bring my magic video wizard in and he's going to do all the work and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this. Let me give you an example. Let's use the old song, Over the River and Through the Woods to Grandmother's House We Go. So I'm going to have my video wizard write out, Over the river and through the woods to Grandmother's house we go. Now I'm going to go through and we are going to take out the prepositions together. Over the river. Prepositional phrase. Over is a preposition. River is a noun or pronoun. Let's cross it out. Through the woods. Okay? Through is a preposition. Woods is a noun or pronoun. Through the woods. We can cross that out. To grandmother's house. To is a preposition. Grandmother's house is a place. We can cross that out. Guess what we're left with? We go. If we're looking for the subject and the verb in a sentence, who or what is the sentence about? Well, it's about we. And what are we going to do? What do? We go. So go is the verb. So you've taken out over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house, and you're left with nothing but we go. So when you're going crazy looking for that subject and verb, that's the most important thing to remember. Take out your prepositional phrases because you will never find a subject or verb in a prepositional phrase. Now I want to give you one more hint. One more hint, and I'm also going to use the magic of video for this. If you're looking to find a preposition, there are about 110, maybe there's more, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of prepositions, and it's way too hard to memorize all of them. So let me give you a tiny hint. If you think about a preposition as anything that a plane can do in relation to a cloud, you're going to have no trouble finding prepositional phrases. For example, can a plane fly over a cloud? Well, yes, of course it is. So over must be a preposition. Can a plane fly under a cloud? Sure. Around a cloud? Sure. Guess what? Under, around, both prepositions. Can a plane fly through a cloud? Sure. Can a plane fly to a cloud? Yeah, of course it can. I don't know why it would. It'd just get wet. But it can, so it's a preposition. Can a plane fly with a cloud? Ah, now that's where it gets tricky. This isn't going to work every single time. But most of the time, if a plane can do it in relation to a cloud, then it's probably a preposition. There are a few of them that are not. With is a preposition, for is a preposition, about is a preposition. Well, in fact, I'll give you a whole list of them and you can look them up yourself. I suggest you put them on your bathroom mirror and read them while you're brushing your teeth every day. If you do that, you'll not only know your prepositions in a week, you'll have great dental health. And that's good because I want you to have a beautiful smile.